Week 1 is in the books, and what a weekend of BCFC football it was. Hi, I'm Adam Cordick, host of Touchdown BC, and your weekly host for BCFC game previews. This week, we have the 0-1 Langley Rams visiting the 0-1 Valley Huskers. First, we sat down and talked with the Rams head coach, Khari, and got his thoughts on his team's performance this past weekend and what he expects to see in the Valley Huskers. Your team got off to a slow start this weekend, but came back and made it a close one, coming down to the final play. What are your biggest takeaways from the game against the Rebels?
We can't turn over the ball and expect to win. And we need to get better at just the basic fundamentals of football. The one good thing I take away from the game is that we fought. These guys showed heart. They never gave up. And even though we didn't play up to our standards, we still had an opportunity to tie the game. So that's a takeaway that that resonated with me from the game.
Who are some of the players that impressed you the most?
Obviously, Khari Johnson. He made a lot of plays in the passing game for us. And Ryan McDonald ate up a lot of yards in that second half, running the ball, taking returns. Defensively, Nick Westad had a great game for us on the interior of our D-line, and Brendan Desjardins, our linebacker. So there were some positives. It was just really sloppy. It was really hot. You know, the first game with all that heat, you know, it doesn't matter how much you train, guys it's gonna be hard for guys to maintain a level of intensity throughout the game. A lot of guys went down just with cramping and stuff. So, but you know, overall, the guys played hard, and that's all you could ask for. And as a coach, it's up to me to clean up the other stuff.
Looking forward to this week's game against the Huskers, what can you expect from Valley, and what are the things your team needs to do in order to come away with a win?
We need to protect the football. We had too many turnovers yesterday. You can't win football games that way. And we need to do better in terms of leverage and tackling and gang tackling. Those are just basic fundamentals, and that's on me as a football coach to make sure we're better in those areas. So that's going to be a focus for me. Valley, I haven't been able to watch all of their game yet. All of their game on Saturday, I believe, against Oki, but we'll have a game plan. But for me, you know, it's about us getting better at the little things that we do. I'm not focused so much on what other people do. It's if we're better at running, tackling, and blocking and protecting the football, we should win football games. So that's my focus.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck this weekend, and we'll talk to you again next week. We also caught up with head coach of the Valley Huskers, Jason Quinter, and talked to him about his team's performance this past weekend in a loss to the Sun. Coach Jason Quinter, thanks for joining us. Your team went up against one of the best teams in the BCFC in the Okanagan Sun. What are some of your thoughts on that game?
It was a learning experience. I mean, we knew going in that we didn't know very much yet because you've got a new coaching staff, a lot of new players, but it's still the same old Okanagan Sun in terms of being very deep and very talented. So we knew it was going to be challenging, and when we came out of the first quarter down 7-0, we were feeling pretty good. But we had some self-inflicted mistakes, and you can't do that against a good team and expect to win.
Now, watching that game, Noah Faulkner seemed to get more comfortable as the game went on, and it looks like you may have found another star receiver not named Blake Draper in Keaton Godden.
Yeah, actually, our receiving core is a lot deeper than people realize. We haven't even played a couple of players that are going to be out there. Keenan is starting to emerge, and he has always had that talent. He didn't have the opportunity to showcase it as much last year, but we're certainly going to showcase it now. He's very fast. He's very athletic, and his hands have come along to the point now where I think he can be one of the top receivers in the league.
Now, looking forward to this week's game against the Langley Rams, what can you expect from them?
It's going to be very similar to last week. It's a very deep team. I know they're searching for their quarterback right now out of a pool of 4 pretty talented kids. But they have a very good defense, and they have a very good offensive line, and they've got a really good coaching staff. So these guys are going to be tough, and every week is going to be like this, and we have to be ready as a team to deal with it, and Langley won't be any different.
Well, there you have it. If you are in the Chilliwack area this Saturday, the game between the Langley Rams and the Valley Huskers starts at 7 p.m. at Exhibition Stadium. For more coverage of the BCFC, follow each team's Twitter account and also the BCFC's Twitter account at BCFC Media. Thanks for watching. We will see you next week, and enjoy the games.